I will be talking about the industry analysis of Macy's. First, to discuss their main rivals, which include Kohl's, Kmart, Dillard's, Sears, and Nordstrom. Next, to discuss the threat of substitutes. As far as Macy's goes, the most direct substitute threat is that consumers begin to dislike the products that Macy's or Bloomingdale's carry and move to a different market segment of the clothing industry. Rather than be higher or lower than the seemingly middle-class American, Macy's sees to target probably, like I said, the medium to higher class. So the lower class kind of doesn't benefit from Macy's. I mean, they need to kind of more target the lower class American to be able to get these people in and have an easier market to complete. Also, with the threat of substitutes, this department store industry has a low risk of substitutes goods since they are primarily a retailer of branded merchandise. Since the department store really does very little, their main threat of substitutes are competitors offering alternate purchase options. E-commerce would be the retail industry greatest threat. With e-commerce, makes it difficult for Macy's to compete. As I mentioned in the value chain analysis, or the internal factor analysis, e-commerce and the internet is very difficult for Macy's since they haven't really kind of entered into this market. They're kind of behind with this, so having e-commerce for Macy's would benefit them, and having e-commerce also, like it says here, would be industry's greatest threat because it'd be tough for the retail industry to be able to compete with the e-commerce. The threat of new entrants. With Macy's, there's a huge entrant barrier within not only Macy's but the retail market. So therefore, is not a large threat of new entrants to fight Macy's for their market share, which is big. The department store trend has greatly influenced in the U.S. and its shopping, as most department stores and malls and outlets are chain stores, not local shops. Having chain stores is not good at all for Macy's, as we found out through our research. Outlet stores are really affecting the retail industry because these consumers are wanting these same brands that are in Macy's for a discounted price as they can get the outlets, so they're not shopping at the high retail stores as much as they have in the past because they're rather going into the outlet stores where they can get the same things at a knockoff price or a discount. It's becoming increasingly difficult for new entrants to find leasing and supply deals with manufacturers and retail outlets because just the land and the prices have been so steep for leasing and supply deals that it's hurting the manufacturers and the retail outlets, and including Macy's. It's becoming very difficult for them to find these places to be able to rent out, and also new entrants into this retail industry are having the same issues along with a huge entrant barrier. The threat of new entrants also is having problems with the economies of scale, product differentiation, capital requirements, and access to distribution. Capital requirements is probably one of the main ones that sticks out to me and us at Macy's. Being able to start your new company or new area of the retail industry, you gotta have capital, and not many people have the amount of capital it takes to begin a retail chain, something like that. So, and also access to distribution is another main thing. To be able to find access to be able to get your products in and out is a huge thing in the retail market because being able to distribute your product is one of the main things that affects the retail market. So you got to be able to have distribution to be successful in the retail market. But without that, you're not going to be very successful. Next is the threat of buyers. With the threat of buyers, there is a changing dynamic in the buyers out of department stores, and the invention of the internet has provided an out for millennials to avoid department store shopping. Macy's is in the process of trying to reevaluate who its customer is and rebrand itself in order to better appeal to its customers. This involves like the mom strategy, the online website product. They're trying to improve this to better reach the millennials. This is the main process of what they're trying to do to reevaluate who the customer is, because Macy's is having problems with the millennials, so they're trying to reevaluate who it is and rebrand itself in order to appeal to these customers. The large majority of Macy's revenue comes from third-party brands, as most departments do, such as the Ralph Lauren, Sperry's, brands like that I mentioned earlier. Macy's does have the private label brands, which helps them differentiate their products from other ones there, which sometimes are a good thing, because usually their private label brands are kind of a little more expensive, so the customer will think that they're higher quality than other brands that are in the store. So Macy's kind of tries to do pretty well with these private label brands. Threat of suppliers. Macy's is making an effort to diversify their suppliers. Having more diversity within their suppliers makes it harder for the suppliers to raise their price and kind of stick it to Macy's. Having a more wide base of suppliers kind of makes Macy's more in charge of what they charge and what they buy and what the suppliers do in terms of their price, their quantity, how long it takes for the price to get in, and stuff like that. It's also arguable that the company is looking for smaller suppliers who can focus more on Macy's individually, possibly because of the marketing power that large companies have. These large companies like Macy's have such high marketing power. Walmart is another business that comes to mind. You don't want to be the only supplier for Walmart, because they will just pull you down in your prices and take advantage of you in the long run. The average department store has about 170 distinct suppliers. Therefore, if a supplier provides an uncompetitive price, the demand for the product will drop significantly. If the price is too high, realistically, the department store will just not buy it and try to find a different supplier where they can find the same product for cheaper. Department stores offer low prices. They have many alternatives, and they don't depend on few suppliers that provide a product that's critical to retail businesses. These department stores offer low price because of the few suppliers, so they can get a good advantage over their competitors offering this low price. Also, with the threat of suppliers, the marketing power of suppliers is very low in the retail industry, because there's so many suppliers, which is a good thing for the suppliers, since the marketing power is so low that the department stores kind of have an advantage over these and can determine on what they are willing to buy and what the prices the suppliers will charge. The suppliers have very little power to demand. The personal prices against the suppliers, which is mainly due to the reason that there's a large number of suppliers available in these markets. Having so many suppliers is not good for the suppliers, because, like I said earlier, there's so many different suppliers and places you can get the same product for probably a cheaper price than what you may already be getting it for. So the department store kind of will go away from you and find someplace else, which would definitely hurt the suppliers. This page is just kind of like a summary of the Porter analysis. For the suppliers, it was kind of low, buyers is high, substitutes was kind of medium due to the ability to substitute away from retail stores, but not away from the necessity of purchasing clothing. New entrants is very low, rivals is high due to every retail store being in economic turmoil. The company that comes up with the best idea will regain the highest market share. The retail industry is in a paradigm shift, so past success doesn't necessarily dictate future market shares. The rivals being so high is due to the economics being in turmoil, and the retail industry kind of terms of sales, revenues, all these are kind of going down just due to the retail industry as a whole, not really Macy's in general. So, with the company coming up with the best idea to gain the highest market share, will in conclusion be able to sell your product and be the most successful in the retail industry.